u/friendship several 511 asked Reddit. You've just won $250 million and it's been deposited in your bank account. What are you going to do today? Welcome to AutoGenLabs. Daily Reddit content. Buy robots. For the internet. Check my balance about 100 times. Disappear. Retain the services of a top lawyer, accountant and financial advisor. Sleep. I would sleep so long and so peacefully. Then I'd tackle business. Find an accountant I trust and a lawyer. Do a mass family group text asking them for money. This will buy me valuable time before anyone catches wind and comes running for money. Sleep. Tell no one and act as normal. But certainly eat a lot better. Pay off my debts quietly and make timely acts of kindness to my friends and family. Book a hip replacement surgery for my mom so she can enjoy walking, traveling again. Overpay my credit card so that those thief can finally owe me money, son. Wait for it to clear. Get another bank account because it's only FDIC insured up to $250,000. Pay off all my debt, go to a nice restaurant and have a nice meal. Quit my job. Looks like someone's not living with roommates anymore. Reread that Reddit post about winning the lottery. Buy Costco hot dog. Set aside enough for taxes, then contemplate on how I want to live life. Probably browse Reddit. Quit my job and start browsing Zillow. Buy WinRAR. 2 chicks at the same time. Nothing. I'm going to sit on my couch and breath. Just breath. Because for the first time ever I don't have to worry about what I spent today. I don't have to figure out, did I pay the power bill? Quote. I don't have to panic in the realization that I spent too much money on groceries and now I'm short. For the phone bill, I don't have to feel my heart clench when a stranger number calls that turns out to be a collection agency for something I forgot. I'd just sit with a cup of coffee and breath for the first time in 80 years. Get a lawyer, accountant, financial advisor, probably end up putting it all into mutual funds held in a trust that pay me out 1% per year so the principal can grow over time while still giving me more than enough to live on very comfortably. If you're talking about immediate purchases, pay off my house, get my cat some work he needs. Buy a decent car, get a problematic tree in my backyard removed, put a new roof on the house, install AC, install sprinklers. B. Got to get that post-nut clarity. Moonwalk out of my job and spend the entire day making sure every cent of any possible debt I have is paid off. Letting my dad know all his beef is paid off too and we're taking an extended vacation next summer. So start planning, edit, and just to put it out there, I wouldn't stop working, but my work would become something much more enjoyable. Kayak tours into the swamps and stuff. I'd made appointments with the best cancer doctors in the world to make sure my cancer didn't come back. Math. So much math. Go to work, and not tell a single soul I have that much money. Pay my student loans off. 1. Get a lawyer and a financial advisor. 2. Pay off my house. 3. Buy a good car, mine is on its last legs. 4. Go on my dream vacation that I have been saving for. Absolutely nothing. I will relax and have a day of peace and contentment that my life from this day forward will never be the same again, with a future of no financial worry. Probably hire a personal trainer because I'm about to start eating real good. Buy myself a theremin, and then buy my friend a harp. I'm homeless from a fire. Buy a house. Congratulations. Now you're beat. No really, you are. You're beat. Link. Buy a house. Open an account and put $95 million into it to pay my 2022 taxes. Beep EDIT for clarity. Beep the maximum nominal tax rate in the US is 38%. The IRS tracks all bank transactions greater than $50,000. That number may be significantly lower due to some new rules. There is a record of me receiving the money. I would rather not risk failing to pay the tax. So separating the tax owed would be the first thing I would do. Get places to live and food and therapy for my struggling friends. Then get my elderly parents into a place that's more accessible for elderly people. Then go on vacations and pay off my debts and do stuff for me. Then the rest to charity. Edit. I just remembered that a friend and I made a pact last year that we would open a gym if one of us won the lottery. So that too. And I promised one of my high school teachers years ago I'd get him a gift card to Ruth's Chris if I became a millionaire. I don't even know where the dude is. But I keep my promises. My shell corporation now has $250 million. I have no money. I need a new pair of pants. And I desperately want my teeth fixed so I can smile again without covering my mouth. Get on the next flight to see my girlfriend. Pay off everything my parents owe and give them a smooth $5 million. Buy the house we are currently renting and kick everyone else out, except Joy Day. She can stay. Buy a PC. Hire a bodyguard who lets me touch his butt when we're alone. Put 99% into an investment account and then continue browsing Reddit. Go see my mom in Iraq, haven't seen her in 18 years. Easy. Hookers and cocaine. Have some coffee while I play Stardew Valley. Get my mom access to the best cancer treatment available. I'm going to buy my mom her own house and anything else she needs. Tell everyone to eat my beep. Make a list of family and friends. And figure out how much I am going to give to each of them. I will definitely share the wealth. I would sit on my garden, open a beer, and peacefully think about the best way to contact Shakira. Buy a mint version on my dream camera, Pentax 67. Besides a few guilty pleasures in automobiles, my goal is to establish new business in my local economy which can add jobs to the community. Pay off all my debt. Buy my son a car. Buy a nice house for my family. Take everyone to dinner. Buy my granddaughter LV purse. 1. Quit my job. 2. Send my mom money and let her rest for the rest of her life. My little brother 2. 3. Cut my rent contract. Pay the landlord to leave me alone and move to a place I'm comfortable in. Probably leave my country. 4. Get a car and a motorcycle license. Phone, PC station and a normal TV. 5. Invest in a nice kitchen and moderate clothes. Mine are basics, cheap beep and kitchen sucks. 6. Pay off my best friend's stuff. Buy him and his new fiancée a house and 2 cars and get them out of their beep. 7. Get 2 dogs. 8. Invest in studying the language I'm trying to find time to master. 9. Donating to soldiers' bases some money and get them a couple of TVs and consoles. 10. I probably won't need it as a practically free man, but getting therapy and an MRI for my hands. It hurts lol. 11. Learn how, and investing part of the money to make it make some profit so it'd keep growing and not just sit in the bank. 12. Build a house in a remote place in Iceland with Wi-Fi and everything for constant vacations. 13. FIFA 23. 14. Literally vibe. Until tomorrow. Thankfully I live in Australia and it's not subject to tax. Woot. Fly to a city where I don't know anyone and hire a top lawyer and accountant. Probably give half of it to charity. Leaves me around $125 mil. Anonymously give a bunch of friends, family $2 million each. Leaves me $85 million. Buy apartments in London, New York, Barcelona, and Singapore. Rent out when I'm not in those cities, say that leaves me $65 million. Split across international shares, local shares, commercial and residential property, and then leave a bit on cash in case it all comes crashing down. Smoke some beep. Pay off all bills, debt. Let my mom know that she can quit her job. Make plans to build public libraries in my state. Buy things people around me need but cannot afford. Donate. And participate via oversight. 30% to charity, specifically to educate children in marginalized areas. Design and build my own house. Invest the rest and live a happy life. Helping those in need, that'd be awesome. Quit my job. Anyone who doesn't say that, what job are you doing? Donate that $2 to my boy Wikipedia. Buy a mansion. Travel by jet and limo everywhere. Become a climate change activist despite this and rage against the wealthy elite from within said mansion. Buy a time machine and beat that guy's dead wife. Retire. Buy my mom a house, a car and take her on a world tour. Assuming this is tax-free, post-tax $250 mil and nobody is coming to tax me again on it. Give half to my wife. The other half is mine and I will begin plans to move to Ibiza. I will move the money to my E-Trade account and allow Robo-advisor, link in conservative mode, to take over and generate the income I need to just live life modestly. In Ibiza, edit, no divorce. But my wife doesn't like to travel and I do. We've actually talked about this a bunch. If I ever came into huge money I'd just make sure I set her and the kids up for life, then I'm free to travel to anywhere. I'm still staying married to her. No cheating. But I'm not just sitting around on millions doing nothing. I'll keep returning and seeing the kids frequently. Also I'm not moving to Ibiza until the kids are 21. Go to Vegas and put it all on black. Sit on the swing on the patio and have a glass of wine with wifey. New car, new house, new furniture, about $15,000 to $20,000 on a new stereo. And perhaps $30,000 on a home theater. Contact a lawyer, create a family trust, and set up a few shell corporations. Give a bunch away to my brothers and sisters so I don't get murdered in my sleep. Hire a personal assistant and a secretary. Remember that $250 mil invested at a modest 4% return nets you $10 million per year in cash flow. And since it is capital gains, income taxes is about 15%. Finally get a marker for my mom's grave. Get a good car, pay my bills as well as those of my closest family and friends. Fix my house. Oh, today, go shopping. Grin. Pay off any outstanding debt for my immediate family members. Buy a car and probably a house. Set some aside and honestly get rid of most of it to a bunch of different charities. B. Need that post-nut clarity. Exactly what I did yesterday. Hire a financial manager and a lawyer. Call and make dental appointments for the whole family now that we can afford to go. Go to work. B. First pay off my current bills, then buy a vehicle in order to search for a house. B. If I won even $1 million I would cry. The last 15 years have been the hardest years of my life. That is saying a lot considering what the first 30 years of my life were like. I would like to pay back my family members who helped me get through my divorce and make sure my kids were safe from my extremely abusive ex-husband. I know they don't expect repayment, but it is a priority for me. I would like to pay off my remaining debt from my divorce. I would like to just for once not feel the crushing pressure of being so poor that I am not 100% sure if I can pay my bills, have electricity, pay my car payment, and get the medical care I need to have the surgery I have been putting off for the last several years. I am due for multiple surgeries that could be life-changing for me. I am completely disabled, but I still try to do some things. As of late, I have been losing consciousness and cannot feel my hands or feet. I have about 60% lung function. I am scared for what the future holds, and all I really want is to make it long enough to get my kids to adulthood. I am so grateful for what I have. I am so grateful for my children, to be alive, for the family that has gotten me through some truly difficult times. What is so hard sometimes is that I haven't shared with anyone in my life the extent of just how bad things are. The people that love me have already done so much for us. I can't ask for more. I have worked my whole life, since I was just a young teen, to pay my way through life. I know if I asked they would help more, but I can't ask. So this year I made a modest Christmas dinner for me and my kids. I got them some warm coats for Christmas. And I pray someday that they understand it was all I could do. Every day I have to look in the mirror and remind myself that my kids are happy, safe and healthy, and that means I am not a complete failure as a human. My kids are kind and compassionate. They are good humans, and that is more than I could have hoped for. Thanks for watching. This has been an AutoGenLabs production. That means that this video was created by a robot out of content on Reddit. We show all account names and list them in the description to credit the Redditor community that makes our work possible. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. We post new videos every day. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please leave a comment. Our human department for public relations reads all of them, or won't be let out of their cages again. Goodbye.